did you watch Empire? I didn't watch Empire last night, but I understand that Jussie Smollett's character married Jamal. Excuse me, his character Jamal married his boyfriend. Very nice, nothing like a wedding. I like this one. Actually, it's a Hallmark wedding. It's the first black gay wedding in primetime TV ever for network TV. So it's a historical episode. Unfortunately, there was a lot of controversy surrounding it, and you know what it was. Is he guilty or is he innocent? What do you feel in your head, not what you tell your friends? You know what I mean? Well, listen, he's a big character on the show. I think that what they're gonna do is they're gonna have him go on a permanent honeymoon. I mean, Jamal has the love of his life. They're already married, and so now where do you go? So next week, that's probably what we're gonna hear. Where's Jamal? Oh, he's on his honeymoon. Makes sense. Makes sense. The show itself is waiting to find out whether they get picked up for another season. I think that Empire will be picked up. The reason why, the reason why I think it'll get picked up is because what else are they going to put on? I mean, the fact of the matter is, even when they say the ratings have dropped, the ratings haven't dropped in the toilet. The ratings have dropped in a good way, in that they're still getting a lot of you who still watch. People love the cast. People love the cast in real life. You know, they've, you know, brought themselves into our homes as, you know, Taraji P. Henson, but we also know Cookie. You know, they're good at that, Terrence and all them. Jussie, when he was good at it. Now he's not so good at it because, look, his castmates all want him back on the show next season. They all want him back. Nobody is saying anything, but we want him back. That's Taraji and Terrence, the rest of the show. Here's my thought, though. This is where the Fox executives come in. And then you guys say he won't be back anymore. Because you know that Jussie, you know, whether he's a good actor or not, and whether he can sing or not, and whether you love him on the show or not, he's created a distraction for a whole cast and crew of people who work on this show. And for the rest of, you know, and for the rest of their time that this show is going on, every single character and cast and crew member and intern and secretary, whoever works on the show is always gonna be asked, do you think he's guilty or innocent? Let's talk about Jussie. You know what I mean? Whereas if he just goes away, then, you know, and yes, he's great, but everyone's replaceable. They replaced Patrick Dempsey as McDreamy. Yeah. Do you remember? Really, you know, when it was said that behind the scenes, allegedly, he didn't get along with his TV wife, Meredith, they did away with McDreamy. And who would have thought that we'd see the day? That the show would still be successful anyway. You see what I'm saying? So they got rid of him, you know, because he allegedly wasn't getting along with Meredith or Shonda Rhimes. And you don't do a Shonda show and not get along with her, allegedly. Allegedly. You know? So Lee Daniels was with the Breakfast Club, and here's what he had to say. Just listen and watch closely.
We're in talks to figure out what we're gonna do with the show. It's traumatic. It has traumatized the show. It has traumatized the actors. It is very painful to talk about, even now. And regardless, you know what? I'm standing by him because, regardless of the outcome, because I can't discard someone that it's like discarding my son.
Do you believe him, Lee?
Again, you know, I think that my thoughts are inconsequential. He's my son.
As a man with children, I'm surprised that he said this. As a woman with a child, no, nobody compares to our own children, from our own flesh and blood children, or adopted or whatever. Nobody compares to your actual children. I'm sorry. I would throw Jussie under the bus if I felt that he was guilty. If I felt that he was guilty, but Lee can't, because you can't win in this whole situation with the cast of characters and Lee Daniels and everybody there. That's where Fox, you know, their network, You guys come in, you know he's a distraction. You know that this is a successful show. You're gonna continue it for another season, but you know. And that's all. And Jussie, I think that Jussie really thinks that he's gonna win this. I really do think that he's going to win this. And some people in our morning meeting were saying, well, he should step down. Jussie should step down. I said, yeah, because, you know, and it would be, look, you guys, I'm creating a distraction. This is not fair to all of you all. And the protest and the endless talk about me, you know, in the name of I love you all too much, I'm gonna step down. If I were Jussie, I wouldn't do it. I was only suggesting it. Nope. I'm innocent. I am not guilty of anything. I'm gonna walk around in my cashmere coat and my sunglasses and do my thing. Because how else am I gonna make money? You know, who's going to hire me, at least right now? You know, so what's he going to do? And we don't know how his money is. We don't know that he can afford to lay low for 5 years before coming back to anything. Anyway, he had lunch with an Empire person yesterday, what they call a showrunner. Now, at a talk show, you have executive producers, but then you have a showrunner, and the showrunner stays there, and the showrunner is like somebody nobody is. Here at our show, it's David Perler. Hi, David. But if David's going to take you to lunch, you can best to believe Page Six is going to be talking about who is this new talent or who is this person. Was he getting fired by the Fox person? Or was he told that he's going to have a spin-off show? Jussie Goes It Alone? Was he told that you're going to stay at Empire for the rest of the time that the show is around and we, you know, people at Fox believe in you just like the cast believes in you? I don't know. But that's a fact. He was having that lunch. When was that, Norman? Yesterday?
Yep, yesterday.
Just yesterday. All right. Anyway, Madonna, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, for me, you invented everything that these girls are trying to be today. Everything, Madonna. Everything. The way that they don't just wear one outfit, they come out in costumery and they change it 25 times. I don't even know that Madonna invented that, but she was during my era when I was one of the younger people under the influence of, wow, she's cool as hell. And now she's older and a lot of people are saying, no, Grandma, sit down. But if you come from the era of Madonna, like I have mixed emotions. Take a look at what she wore yesterday during the unveiling of her new video. This is her new video, first of all. All right, she plays a character. She's espionage. She's up to no good. And her name is Menzine. Madam X. What's Menzine?
Oh, that's the name of the song. It's called Medellin.
Yeah, it's a nice song. I mean, I heard the song Medellin, like the cartel. Yeah. Like the cartel. All right, so she's Madam X and she's a secret agent who's wearing an eye patch and grills and a heavy necklace and lots of boobs and Madonna. But she wore this to do press for the video. You see, let's show her, this is her. This is her talking one-on-one about your new project and whatnot. And she did a 30-minute interview, I might add. This interview played on MTV. So she's going for the generation, plus she still has the generation. I think, she still has me. I like the new song. There's this station over in London that refuses to play the song. Now, they're not even talking about the video, they're talking about the song. They say the song is not up the alley of their regular listener. Their regular listener is a top 40 listener who loves Taylor Swift and, you know, Ariana, and even the pop, the band with the 7 members. BTS and yeah, music. I just wish that she would have worn something better. I think that she is too much of an icon to have to really do her shtick because she's good at the shtick. But here's how I think she could have dressed, and it would have been fine and cool for all of us, including young people. I'll switch to something more. One of these two. Just saying. And I get the grill thing when she's in costume. I get the whole grill thing and you know, the chain I thought was too heavy. I wasn't bothered with the boobs in the original outfit. There were a lot of boobs going over, but I said it's Madonna, we'll give her one. But anyway, I like the song. I'm sure it's a song that you'll be hearing with Elvis Duran. You know what I'm saying? It's a good song. The station in London, I just think that you have it in for Madonna because you want to be talked about on Hot Topics. Or something, you know? Radio stations are good at doing promotional gimmicks because gimmicks work at radio stations. And so this radio station will probably take a listener poll from their listeners and they'll have a big party and the party will raise money for something and everybody will come out and perform. And the purpose of the party will be that everybody drops their opinion, their vote in as you pay for your ticket or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You get 5,000 people at Madison Square Garden, Elvis up on the stage, and you got a concert going on. And they say, and then by next week, the station will be playing the song. Say, so they would have gotten a week's worth of mileage out of us just talking about it. And all that talk that we did, I didn't even say the station call letters or frequency.
It's Radio 1 on like the BBC.
Oh, Radio 1, we know
Yeah.
Radio 1.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. All right, well, look, good luck with your promotion, allegedly. And Madonna's new album comes out in June if you care. You know, I was telling you about radio station gimmicky things. I guess it's gimmicky. I'm gonna be on WBLS tomorrow from 2 to 5. And it's not really, I know, that's here in New York. It's not really, it's not a gimmick. It's actually for a good cause. We're raising money for, you know, substance abuse awareness, help for you and things like that. And you can go to my website to find out more information. The Hunter Foundation is at it again. But the point is that I'm gonna be on from 2 to 5 and they told me I could have, that's my radiothon. I'm getting older, I can't do the 24-hour. But for that time, and I'm gonna have like guests come in and stuff like that. So listen, here's what Cynthia told me. She runs the joint. And TT. They said, you can play any music you want. So I think I'm gonna play Madonna. And I'm gonna have a DJ doing it for me so they know how to stop, start it, throw bombs on it, bring it back around. Flip it and dip it. That's not normally something that you would hear at BLS. You would hear like the Whispers, Shalimar. I like that music too, but I'm saying I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna bring Sylvester. Oh yes, oh yes. Mobb Deep. And Madonna, why not? Here's the deal. He should probably get deported anyway, this Gia Giudice. And he's still talking, and they're talking, and now Gia's talking. You know, she's their 18-year-old over in Jersey, Teresa and Joe. So I know, is what people say. I know, but if you are the president and you're all about the borders and stuff, if you keep Joe, who's been here all of his life, not as a registered citizen of our country, then you are opening up to have to hear every case and you can't keep Joe, but I want him to keep Joe because on account of he's got 4 daughters that I'm invested in. A wife that I'm invested in. And you too. It's a tough one. My name's Vin and I can't even, I don't even want to be involved. Gia, though, the 18-year-old, launched a campaign asking President Trump to intervene on pardoning her father, Joe. Well, let me tell you something. She's got some legs with this. Look, you only need 35,000 yeses for the government to have to be forced to pay attention at your cause. I know. That's not a lot in the bigger scheme of things. Like, really, the president will look at your stuff for 35,000 votes? Gia got 51,000 signatures. Pay attention to my father. Let him stay. We love daddy. So now the president, it was a long letter, everyone. It was a long letter from an 18-year-old who wants nothing more than her father to see her walk down the aisle, have a baby one day, graduate from high school or college, meet her future husband, smoke him over and say, I like the guy. You know? I feel bad for the girls. I feel bad for Teresa, but you know what? And I feel bad for Joe, but Joe knew all along, I'm sure. I think he's still denying that he did not know that he wasn't a citizen. How do you become a 40-something-year-old man and not know that you're a citizen? Like when you go get your passport and you want to do, because they travel in front of us. Haven't they been to the Dominican Republic and all that? And the Turks and the Caicos? right in front of our eyes. What do you have, a Wankster passport in front of us? Teresa and Trump know each other. She was good on The Apprentice. He liked her on The Apprentice, even though she didn't win. Yes, yes. And he's all about family himself, all those kids and the wives and whatnot. So what do? Clap if you think that regardless, I mean, and no, it's not an option for Teresa and the girls to move to Italy. They're not from Italy, they're from Jersey. They don't know Italian culture, they know Italian ice. No. I mean, I'm talking about speaking Italian and living in Italy. Relax, okay? Italian ice is big in Jersey, as well as the Bronx, as well as a lot of places, Brooklyn, you know, shave. Clap if you think that Joe should be deported. Clap if you think that he needs to stay right here and they need to figure this out. Yeah. So more people want him to stay right here. More people would want him to stay here than to be deported. That's like, I think more people want Jussie to leave, but they're not saying their true truth over there in Empire. And I'll tell you exactly how I'd be if I were on the Empire cast and crew. They'd come to me, they'd say, you know, Wendy, what do you feel? And I'd say, I'm not gonna express my opinion. You know why? Because if I say I think he's guilty, then, you know, you're gonna hate me, and the press is gonna hate me, and hate me. And if I say I think he's innocent, then you're going to hate me. So I would rather just do my job and leave me alone. Don't ask me anything. And I would say that. And I would say it. And unfortunately, it would make it so that, you know, at Christmas time, they wouldn't want to invite me to the Christmas party and, you know, there are little things that they do on the outside because I didn't express an opinion. But then I would just have to make up for it, I guess, by being a better actress on the show, by showing up on time, by giving nobody problems, so that you have no reason to fire me. But if you fire me, you fire me. I'd also start saving a lot of money if you happen to be a person who would have the guts to say he's guilty and needs to be off the show. They're gonna try to get you off the show and they'll replace you nicely like they did McDreamy. It's still, everybody's replaceable. But you know what? All you've got is, you know, your opinion and your truth to yourself. And I'd be true to myself. I'm not saying. Jussie. Snoop, everybody, never ceases to amaze me. I mean, his reach with the people is ridiculous. So now, he's teaching women how to apply makeup. No. I think he still passes the test. He is everything. Look at this video. It went viral. It's Snoop narrating a young YouTube star who's very big on YouTube. It's called Nikki Tutorials, and she applies makeup all the time anyway. And so Snoop, I guess, found out about her. Their people got together. Listen to how he seamlessly does this. Go ahead.
See, now what she doing is she going over like the edges like this on the outside. Then she gonna tap it with the brush so the brush can get brown. And then it's gonna start to even out to give her the flavor that she wants. It's a complexion that she looking for. It's a certain flavor she looking for. That's why she tapping it lightly up under the eyes. Lightly, Nikki, lightly. Both eyes. Make you get that eye too. I like the flare that you got on there too. It look real fly. It's like a pinkish brown. And I know what you're doing. You grooving it out. You moving it out. Dipping it, flipping it, making it look dynamic. Give me some love. Bang, bang.
Incredible. Snoop, that's a good one. Listen, we've got a more great show for you today. I know you smell something going on in the Wendy kitchen. David Burka is here in the kitchen. But up next, our friend Nat Roush is here to break down the spring's hottest TV shows. So don't go far. Grab a snack and come on back.